Now let's see the conditional or branching or decision making or selection statements. So this is one of the important topic in uh, our first unit. So we can call it as conditional statements or branching statements or decision making statements or the selection statements. So these statements are used to evaluate set of series of conditions, and C supports the following two types of conditional statements. So we have the two types of conditional statements. First one is if statement and the second one is switch statement. So let's discuss all of these one by one. So the first one is if statement. If statement, this statement is used to evaluate only one or more test conditions. So just we have to evaluate the conditions. So in the if statements we have the types, we have the four types. First one is simple if, second one is if else, and third is nested if else, and the fourth one is else if ladder. So these are the four types of if statements. We shall discuss all of these four types one by one. So first in this we shall discuss the simple if. So simple if, it is used to evaluate only one test condition. Only one test condition will be evaluated here. And so syntax for the simple if is, so we write if is a keyword in C. So we use the if keyword, and within the braces we will write the test condition. After this we will open the block. Then in this block, within this block, we will write some of the statements. So those statements are for the if test condition. So all the test conditions will be evaluated when the statement is true. So this is and this statement 2 I am writing outside of the if block. So this if will be closed, and this statement 1 will be within the if block only, and this statement is outside of the if block. Now let's see this. So first the test condition will be given. So this is a test condition, and whenever we give the test condition, it have the two chances. So first one is true, then false. So these are the two conditions. So whatever the condition we gave here, that condition or the statement, it can be either true or the false. So whenever it is true, this statement 1 will be executed. Nothing but this inside block will be executed. Then after statement 1, the statement 2 will be executed. For example, if the test condition is false, then it does not execute the block element, this block statements. So directly it will go to the statement 2. So whenever the test condition is true, it executes the statement 1, because statement 1 is within the if block and statement 2 is outside of the block. And after executing the statement 1, the statement 2 will be executed. Then if the statement is false, it does not execute the statement 1, and directly it goes to the statement 2. So this diagram depicts about the simple if. So the description for the previous is in simple if statement, first test condition will be evaluated. If it returns true, then the statement 1 and statement 2 are executed. If the test condition is returns false, then only statement 2 will be executed. Now let's see the program to this. Write a C program to implement simple if statement. So this is a very small one. And first we had to include the header files. Then after it starts with the main function. Now within the block, I am declaring one variable, that is stock, with the data type integer. Then after clear screen, so in the printf I want to print please enter stock value. So some stock value has to be entered from the console. Now then after I want to read that entered value. So for that I am using the scanf and %d and address it to the variable stock. So whatever the value is given, that will be stored in the stock. Now then after now by the simple if statement, I want to print this. So first I am using the if keyword. If stock is less than or equal to 10. So whatever the value we have given, if that stock is less than or equal to 10, then stock is equals to stock plus 100. So this statement will be evaluated. Now this if is ended up to here. So whenever this statement is true, stock is equals to stock plus 100 will be evaluated. Otherwise, directly it goes to the printf. So in the printf, the stock is percentile D, and that percentile D is for the stock. Then after get CS return 0. So whenever I give the value which is less than 100, first the statement 1 will be executed, and after that this statement will be executed. Then whenever the statement, this if statement, if test condition is false, then directly it will execute the statement 2. So this is about the simple if. Let's see the output for this program. So in the output, the first output, so the statement will be printed, please enter stock value. So from the console, I am giving the value as 300. Then after it prints stock is 300, because the if block, whatever the statement contained in the if, it does not execute, because I enter the stock value as 300 which is greater than 10. So in a if, we give the condition as stock less than or equal to 10. Then it prints stock less than or equal to 10. Then it prints stock is equals to stock plus 100. So within the block, stock is equal to stock plus 100. This stock should be less than or equal to 10. But the value which I gave 300 is greater than 10. So that's why this statement does not execute. Then directly it goes to the printf statement. In the printf statement, we have written stock is percentile D. And that percentile D is for the stock. So the stock value I gave it as 300. So directly that will be stored in the stock variable. So then it prints stock is 300. This is the first output when the statement is false. When the if statement is false. Now let's see if the if statement is true. Now the second output, please enter stock value. Then I am entering the value 3. So now this 3 is less than or equal to 10. It is less than the 10 value. So that's why this statement will be executed. So this statement says stock is equals to stock plus 100. So here this in the stock variable, the stock will be stored, stock plus 100. So stock is 3. So 3 plus 100 is 103. So that 103 will be stored in stock. Now after the completion of if block, next statement will be executed. So the next statement is printf. In the printf, we have the stock is percentile D, and that percentile D is for the stock. So in the already here in the stock, the value, this value is stored. So that is 103. So whenever we print their percentile D and we assign to it as stock, at that time 103 will be printed. So finally we get the statement as stock is 103. So this is about the simple if.